Hello everyone, welcome back to the Road to Rotation, where we go over once a week a new leader who's going to be rotated in the first rotation in April. Today's episode we have the blue-purple Kaido from OP01. He is a 5,000 power strike leader with 4 life, and his ability is Dawn times 1, your turn, once per turn. When one of your opponent's characters is KO'd, you may add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So we obviously have a lot stronger abilities nowadays, and this is probably the least remembered of the blue-purple leaders, and there are quite a few of them nowadays. But this leader does have some interesting things about it. Being both blue and purple Animal Kingdom pirates, you get to run some of the blue Animal Kingdom stuff, which is not as common of an archetype to see, and then because you are purple and Big Mom Pirate, and Animal Kingdom, you get to run this Searcher, which lets you search for this Linlin, which is a pretty nice thing. What we'll see in the rotation list of leaders is there are no purple Big Mom Pirates, so this is the one deck that can search it from our rotation list. Other cards that are interesting, we have this Gear 2, which being a blue-purple leader, we can use this. I don't know if it's going to be super relevant, but I figured it'd be fun to put in there. Onigashima, the classic for Animal Kingdom leaders, and God Thread as kind of ramp cards, ramp. And Black Maria can sometimes be ramp. Other cards that we're running this Ulti, who has to be run in multicolor leaders. This is one of the first cards that had that sort of text on it, and we can search it and make use of it, so that's pretty neat. And then because Pudding is Big Mom Pirates, we can search up this. So I'm only running a single copy of this, but I'm testing it out. But I don't have super high hopes for this leader, but let's see if we can't get a win somewhere in our games. Without further ado, let's hop into some games. Alright, first up we have Rayleigh. This is going to be a tough one. I think we're going to try to take second from them so that they don't get the boa into Luffy curve. This seems fine. Let's keep this. We got a Searcher. We got some great cards to hit later in the game, so I think I'm going to stick with it. Here, I think I'm just going to take the... I guess I have to take the page 1 because none of these other cards are. And then let's pass the turn. On 4, if we don't have... We're going pretty deep here. We are going to probably counter out of this one. I think that's correct. Here, I think it might be correct to just try to get some damage in on them. I don't know if we're going to be able to starve super effectively. This also gives them a target to swing at instead of my face, essentially. I don't mind if he eats it, and if they use up an attack that would otherwise be headed at me, I will count it as a blessing. I am expecting the Luffy to come down here. And then, yep, here's the Luffy. Confirm they've got those cards. Playing out the Sanji. Oh, this is a really nice curve from them. 6 here. They're gonna confirm. They're gonna buff Boa, swing Boa. 5 here. I think it is correct to continue countering here. A 7 here. I think I'm gonna take. 2 cards is not the correct play. Here we're gonna be able to get our leader ability off here, so maybe we are okay with doing ulti page 1 just to establish some sort of board. So that means we can even go 8. I think that's probably too aggressive though. Let's just go at Boa and then do ulti page 1 and pass there. This is going to be the real defining turn, I think. If we can get to this Katakuri, we're in an okay spot. If not, then like if they get us too low here, I think it'll be cooked for us. But if we can come out of this turn a little bit healthy, we have the 2/2Ks. I think they're not going to get smaller than 5. Oh, I mean, they can't get smaller than 5. So I think it's probably correct to try to come out of this turn with as much life as possible. Let's see how they play it. Oh, they have a mole gun. That means they're probably going to go at one of our guys, probably the page 1. Yep. And now a 6 again. I think we're going to go ahead and counter early. We're going to take that one. No trigger here. We do get to use this Gear 2 though, which is a great card to have drawn. Here we are going to go at the Shakiyaku and then at the Sanji. If they let us have both, then I think we're in a better spot. They do counter. We're gonna play out. Can't re-stand anything else. Get arrested, Dawn. So I think we're probably not going to make it, but this helps a lot. A 5 we will counter. We should probably block the next one just to get it out of the way so we don't get got by like a Jambe style effect. We're gonna take that one. Have the Kid Killer and a 10, yeah. So I knew that was gonna be a tough matchup. And let's move on to the next one. All right, next up we have Zoro. We're going right for the hard mode on this one. I think against Zoro, let's take first and hope to get our Onigashima early here. We've got a lot of searching ability, and if we miss on Onigashima, we will have God Thread on the following turn. I think it's correct to actually play out who's who here. Yeah, there's Onigashima, and we're gonna pass. See how our opponent plays it. If they play out their searchers, that's fine with us. We're gonna just swing a 5. Gonna play out Onigashima and use it and pass the turn. Probably go for God Thread on whatever they play. And we probably take here if it's a small enough hit. Or a big enough hit. Okay, Queen is good for us here because that means we have something to swing into. No way we try to protect that. And we take this. All right, we're on 6 here. Let's put 1 on you. I think it might be correct to do Queen here. So we're gonna swing here. We'll get an active Dawn. Play Queen. Dawn -1. Let's get rid of this gear. Ooh, Gear 2 actually has some value here. I think I'm going to get rid of the Searcher event. We're gonna use Onigashima, and we're gonna pass. Gear 2 could be relevant here. I don't think it will be, but being able to have some extra defense would be a useful thing here. And it allows us to maybe not go to 2 life this early. So we'll see. Yeah, there's the Shigi. Fully expected the Shigi. I'm expecting a 9 at Queen. I can defend it here, and maybe I think it's probably correct to defend Queen, just so I have something to do on future turns. We are gonna have to take though because of it. All right, we are on 9, which is a really great place to be because it means we can start using these big moms. Is the correct answer though to play God Thread into another Queen? Feels like that might be a correct play. I think that is correct here. So let's swing a 5 at lead. I think we want to wait another turn if we can on the Charlotte Linlin. And just have 2 queens up. We're going to do God Thread here. And then let's do another queen, Don -1, and we don't need another Onigashima. And then we'll use Onigashima, make sure that we're prepped for future turns here. Another Tashigi, that's fine. We don't really have a good way of dealing with this. Mihawk into Kyoshiro is interesting here. We don't have enough to defend Queen, unfortunately. So we are going to have to take here. And now is where we're going to need to use our Big Mom here. So it is probably correct for me to Big Mom, do Don minus. Let's get rid of the God Thread now. We're going to gain a life and we're going to put the Tashigi on the bottom of their life. Then we're going to swing into Kyoshiro, clear it from the board. Get our active Dawn back for the Gear 2. We definitely are going to try to use Gear 2 on this turn if we can. They have another Tashigi. Okay, Mihawk. It is what it is. Let's see how they play it here. Smoker. That's an interesting one. And then Rosinante. So we will be able to Linlin the Rosinante. That's an easy block. All right. So here it is correct to do, let's do a 5 at lead. Let's see if we can get him to give us this Mihawk here. They do. That's now tempting to... Yeah, I think it's probably correct then to do you get rid of a searcher, gain a life, put Rosinante on the bottom of their life, and then go for a 10 at Mihawk here. If we can clear this Mihawk, we're in a great spot. We have definitely turned it around here. We might be able to get this one. But I do not want to speak too soon because we're at 6 life right now, so this is going to be a very long slog to get through this. Okay, they got another Mihawk. Gonna have to work through a second one here. Let's see how this plays out. We are ready to take hits to our leader here, getting back up to 3 life. Okay, 7 on there. We can use. Oh, we can block with this queen to protect our big moms if we need to, and that's probably the correct thing to do if they swing at big mom. Going 5. They're only going 10. 10 is not one that I should use a blocker for. Let's just use a 2K here. They're holding up 2, probably for blocking events, or the restand events for Mihawk. Oh, they do get to swing twice at her. In that case, I will give them the blocker here. If they want to go at it with Smoker, then that means we can go at Smoker with our Linlins. 8 at me. We are going to take that one. Unfortunately, we lost this category. That would have been really good to take here. And we'll give him a 1K here. Okay. So here... This gets 6 or less, so I think it's probably correct to just do that with the Kaido. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 KOU. Okay. We're going to hold up the Gear 2. We're going to start going at life because we don't have too much option left here. Let's see how our opponent plays it. We are getting some good swings in here, though. Yes, good, good, good. Good, good. And gain another Rested Dawn and pass. We could lose to a Hody here, notably, if our life is not, it is a little too bricky. But playing a Hody for them is quite risky because I have the bodies up that I do. Interesting that they opted to play the queen out. I guess they're forcing my hand to swing into it if I don't want to give them that on a future turn. Let's see how they play it, though. Played out another smoker. We can protect our Linlin from one swing. If they only swing 9, then we can protect her from both. So they're going for 10. I am gonna protect it because if they're gonna get one, they're gonna get one. And if they wanted to swing at the Kaido, I'd be able to defend that too. Okay. So this is turning into a real grindy game here. Ooh, this is nice because we get to probably do this. They do block. Well, if they're gonna do that, then I'm going to swing at Mihawk here. And one more card. All right, we have 8. I think it's correct to swing at Kuina here. They will let it go, and then we can do this, discard, gain 1 life, put you to the bottom, and Onigashima be at 10. If they plan it right, they can probably remove both of these bodies, but they do have to do it right. 6. Okay, 7. Yeah, see, they found the right number there. Gonna let her go. Let him go. See what they use that last 3 for. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna take this. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, they are going in with the... Interesting. Okay. So... if I can remove... if I can get this Mihawk off the field... Okay, that's good. Now we can do... Katakuri. Search. Let's get some more counter in our hand. Grab this ulti. Swing here. And then Onigashima doesn't do anything. In the turn, stand up and gain Rested Dawn. They have to have lots of restand events here. They definitely have me on a clock. which is going to be hard. All right, Dead Man's Game. Then they can go 11 at lead. That's fine. Let's see how this goes. It'll depend a lot on what I draw. I'm gonna go 15-15 on my next turn. 6, 7, 8. Is there anything I can do about this? I don't think there is. Let's just go 9, 8, 15. We'll leave up 3 Fordon just to make them think about it. And let's see if they try to go for the block here, or to rest my guys. If they do, I think I am in a better spot. So leaving this Dawn up to make it look like I have something worth using here. And we'll see if we can psych our opponent out, or if they just go 15-15. We left up a lot of Dawn, and we have shown them a couple events that would change the math. 12-12. Activate main. So they have one of the events, likely. So I should give up my whole hand. If they have the event, they have it. Let's see how they play it. They don't have the event. Okay. I think that means we can probably get it here. So we need to do... We know they have a Tashigi, which is no counter. So... With a blocker, we need all 3 to connect. So 6. So 10. So we do a 10 first. And then 11, 11. Or... Yeah, 11, 11. 1, 2... And then 11. Let's see if this is enough. If they had all 2Ks, then they think they get here. We got it. That was a good game. So very grindy. I was definitely relying a lot on these Big Mom Pirates, but glad we got there. Alright, here we have the Black-Purple Luffy. Unclear how this one will go. Going second, I think I will keep... I can deal with... Oh, I can't deal with the Luffy, and I want to be careful about ramping around this deck. Although I don't think they're running quite as much as they used to for stuff. Oh, that Robin I do need to pay attention to. So we are definitely going to want to counter more aggressively here, or try to get it out of their hands. So we did this. Let's take this one for the ability to counter with it, because we want to watch out for that that Robin. Yeah, taking a 7 here, that's fine. We're gonna have to... No, we can counter this. Counter. Ooh, it's unfortunate that we picked the wrong one there. I'm gonna do you. Opponent's gonna be at 6. Let's grab, I guess, the page one, and then just swing here. All right, so I fully expect this Robin to come down. Yes, they do the Robin. Let's give them 1 and 1 here. 5 we will take. On our 6, let's try to get some cards out of hand here. Queen is solid. Let's swing a 5. Here comes a block, probably, and then we'll swing another 5. Yep. Swing another 5. And then we'll play the queen. Turn it on. Discard. You. If they have another one, that's fine. Beer Luffy's fine. Can deal with that. 7 there. And then... yeah, I think we let that one go. If they don't put any Dawn on lead, then that helps me. Let's do block 2k. And give another 2k. 7 Dawn here. Two, 3. Get an active. Play out you. Grab Black Maria. Start placing on bottom. And pass the turn. I am expecting our opponent to have protection up for their next turn for that Luffy. But Kaido is pretty good at getting through it anyways, swinging at a 10 or 11. I guess it'll be at 11 at it. Let's see. Opponent going for 6. We are definitely going to counter that one because we don't have a good reason not to here. I think we're going to take this one just to see what we hit. What is our opponent thinking to play here? They're probably getting ready to sit up behind Gum Gum Giant, which is going to be unfortunate, but I think Kaido helps break that a bit. 10 and then 11 from lead. Now let's take here and then we'll block if we have to, if they go with the whole thing. Now that we will not take here. What's the 4 set up for? Okay, they have a blocker, which is good for us to use this Kaido on. Or do we use the Big Mom? No, I think the Kaido is probably correct because we can get rid of 2 bodies here. So first, let's just go here. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. KO that. Go. I think 10 is probably sufficient here. No, it is not. All right, so in that case, we're gonna go a 7 at it as well. Okay, they have enough to get out, so we're going to pass here. Oh, that's gonna be it for us. We're bricked up here. So we are going to have to take that. Yep, and we just have to 1. So reasonable, but I think that the removal into this, this Robin into some removal in this hard to deal with guy was a little too much power for our deck, especially because we didn't find too much ramp to get this Kaido online earlier. But that's the way it works sometimes. All right, so I'll see you guys in the wrap up. All right, so wrapping up for this deck, it definitely feels like yet another one of those decks that just has been lost to the ends of time. there were some glimmers there. The Kaido and Linen Katakuri are obviously great in any deck that can run them. I probably needed to lean a little more into this one to make it work, but I still had fun, so I won't complain too much. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this deck, and if you want to see me play it anymore. But without further ado, I will say farewell and see you guys in the next video. Bye.